The Defenders are officially back in the MCU. After those massive Season 3 set leaks, we finally have proof that the Netflix era is fully canon. But they aren't just here for cameos. I know exactly what their roles are going to be this season. And it involves a massive prison break, the return of the Hand, and the return of a certain skull-wearing individual. This is Fiction Fanatic. Let's get into the theory. So there's a massive rumor going around that Born Again Season 2 ends on a cliffhanger with Matt Murdock getting arrested after his identity is leaked to the public. I fully believe this, and we actually have proof. In recent interviews, Charlie Cox is rocking the full prison beard, which is actually the exact same look he has in the Cell Block D storyline. I think Season 3 will be a mix of both the Cell Block D storyline and Shadowlands, which is why we're seeing the Defenders return, especially Danny Rand, who plays a massive role in the prison arc. I also think we'll see the return of Jon Bernthal as a Punisher next season, because he has a massive role in the Cell Block D story. Since we know he's returning in Spider-Man Brand New Day, I feel like the after-credit scene of that movie might set up Frank's return to Daredevil. I think we're going to see a live-action adaptation of the comic panel where Frank sees that Matt has been arrested, and instead of staying hidden, he purposely executes a criminal right in front of the police, just so he can get sent to Rikers to help out Matt. Also, has anyone else noticed in all these set leaks we've seen zero footage of Charlie Cox? If Matt Murdock was out in the streets, we definitely would have seen set photos of him by now. This basically confirms my theory that Matt's going to be stuck in a cell for half the season. And he's not alone. We haven't seen Wilson Bethel or Vincent D'Onofrio in any of the set photos either, because they're locked in there with him. This is leading to what could be one of the craziest fight sequences in the MCU history. An awesome action sequence where we see Daredevil, Fisk, and Bullseye finally put aside their differences to escape Cell Block D. I also think while we see Matt in prison, we'll see Danny Rand suit up as the new Daredevil to clear his name. In the comics, Ben Urich plays a big part in this story. But since he died in the Netflix series, I think we'll see Karen take his part in the story. Foggy's death is also a big part of the Cell Block D story, but since he's already dead, I'm thinking either Kirsten or Cherry may take his place. But once we get past the Cell Block D story, I think we're finally going to get the return of the Hand, which I think is when we'll get the adaptation of the Shadowlands storyline. We see Matt try to reform the Hand and turn them to a force for good instead of evil. But I think he's slowly going to get corrupted as the season goes on, to the point where the Defenders have to intervene to stop him. I also really hope we get to see the Punisher join the Defenders lineup this season. I know he wasn't in the original series, but I think that was just due to contract obligations. Imagine a scene where we see the Punisher, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage all facing off against Daredevil and the Hand. So yeah, my theory for next season is that we'll start off with Matt in prison, following the story of Cell Block D. And then about halfway through the season, once he escapes, we'll get into the story of Shadowlands, where we see Matt slowly getting corrupted by the Hand. And I think by the end of the season, we'll see Daredevil versus the Defenders. If they end up going down this route, this could end up being one of the best seasons of Daredevil ever. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you agree with my theories. This has been Fiction Fanatic, and I'll see you in the next one.